you know, in order to to stay in business and stay viable.
Yeah. I think it's totally expected that companies who normally have a lot of Japanese visitors or are dependent on Japanese visitors have got to be creative. They have to adjust. So you see a lot of them now catering to the local residents. They're offering special discounts, Kamaina discounts. So what Watabe is doing is unlike what others are doing, whether it's hotels, whether it's other wedding type of companies, um, special attractions, what have you. They've all learned that because of the slowness of the recovery of the Japanese tourism, they have to be creative at this time. But I really believe that we are trending in the right direction, even though it is still slow. I think by the end of the year, projections are showing we're going to have about 60 to 70% of what it was when we had a lot of Japanese coming in 2019. So we just have to be patient. From the Hawaii Tourism Authority standpoint, we're doing all we can. We've got a great new marketing campaign that's out there, Yapari, Beautiful Hawaii, that's asking the Japanese to come back. Governor Green's got a wonderful idea of having a travel corridor there in Japan to process Japanese quicker, do all the paperwork they need to get entry into the United States and Hawaii. And we put more money from the HTA into our Japanese market in working with Hawaii Tourism Japan to make sure that the Japanese know that we want them to come back sooner rather than later.
So Mufi, I know what about Golden Week? Because Golden Week is happening right now. What are the numbers looking like?
Yeah, well, Golden Week is the numbers are slightly off of what it used to be. I think we're like 20 to 30% off. And there's a lot of factors that are contributing to that. There are other areas now that are really competing very aggressively that didn't do that before, like Singapore, for example. They're going very aggressively after the Japanese. Guam continues to also market and court them aggressively. So recognizing all of that, we just have to up our game and make sure that the other parts of the year will be able to pick up. But in the short term, it's very wise for local businesses to be creative, to pivot and try to get local residents or other type of visitors to do what the Japanese have done so frequently in the past. So we just have to sort of grin and bear it for the moment. But we see some hopeful signs ahead of us that we could get back to 70% of what we used to have. In fact, recent reports have shown that they don't expect international travel to return, not just to Hawaii, but the United States till 2026. So these next couple of years are going to be some areas that we're going to just have to be very patient, look to see how we can get other visitors to come here as we continue to court the Japanese to come back sooner rather than later.
So anything else you want to add, Mufi, as far in terms of just, particularly like the Japanese visitors, what you're doing to?
Oh, there's no question. They are a key component of our visitor market. In good years, 1.5 million Japanese have come here. And now we'll be lucky to get 60 to 70% of that this year. So, and there are many factors beyond our control that we can't do enough or to try to resolve them or solve them, I should say. Japanese have said early on, too, they wanted their residents, their citizens to stay at home as opposed to travel abroad. They were slow in coming around and making sure that some of the things that were concerning people about COVID, they could allay those fears and suspicions. And so it's just going to take time. But we do know when they come, they're exactly the kind of visitor that we want. They stay longer. They respect us. They're mindful. They take back omiyagi. And they love Hawaii. And they go back and they tell others to come here. So it's going to just be some tough sledding for now. But we're going to just continue to be very aggressive in letting our competitors know that we're not forgetting and neglecting the Japanese, that we do want them to come back.
Mahalo, Mufi. Mahalo.